stop. A family shop. Think Thayer. Come on, let's get rolling. Come on, let's get moving. Think Thayer.
Didn't look like it was going to be our night. 2 goals that were questionable as far as I'm concerned on our players' perspective, on Ryan's perspective. But on the bench, it was alive. It wasn't woe was me or woe was us. And it was almost to a man. We're going to stay with it. We're going to keep going. And then I think you don't get that goal. Lucas doesn't score that goal if guys are defeated. And it ended up being a huge goal, but I think that started as soon as they scored the second goal, that our guys didn't quit on it.
Do you think there was more intensity as a whole throughout the team tonight as opposed to last night?
Well, to start, but then there was a lull. The 10 minutes of the second period or the first period, that was no, and then after that, I thought there was. We were. The goals we scored, I think, were whether it was created a power play and we scored in the power play, or, Brett's goal what comes to mind is, Freddie being hard on his stick and that puck being turned over. And I just thought, with the exception of a stretch in the first, I thought we were much more intense than we were last night. Yes.
It seemed too you guys got a lot more bodies, and then at least from the top, that looked like Spencer didn't really see two goals in the game.
Yeah, that's true. We obviously needed more pucks at the net, and the power play just before the one where Mark scored, it was let's see how many times we can pass it without shooting it or without getting people at the net. And then the next power play we make one pass to the blue line, good net presence by McLean, and Freeds has a great shot from the point. So we undercomplicated it, oversimplified. And I thought, as a whole, Ryan, yes, we did it. We did a better job tonight getting pucks and people at their net, which goes back to the intensity thing. I thought, that goes hand in hand as far as I'm concerned.
Bergeron was good in the second period.
He really was, yeah. I just told him that. Again, he deserved to start tonight. His last 4 starts had been solid. By no means do I think Chris Nell played great against RIT, played really well last night, kept us in, but Ryan deserved to start. And down 2-0, I'm sure the second guessers were coming out for me about the start. But good on Ryan. He made some really good saves, kept him at 2 goals, and good for him.
Coach, how important was it to have a good series against Bemidji and start off the second half?
Well, it was really important. You asked me that. If you asked me 24 hours ago, we didn't show up, and they did. You asked me 24 hours later, it was important to get a split. But I would have liked to have seen 2 solid efforts versus a good effort tonight and a good period last night. But it was, I think it was important to get a win tonight after the way we played last night. And the RIT game, we've talked about that enough. So I think it was important to get a win in a big time series. We haven't played good enough at home. We know that. I think our guys know that. I hope this game here can act as a little bit of a push start for the second half, because down 2-0 after a poor game last night, and you find a way to win. So hopefully that feeling of winning is something that the guys are just going to decide that we want that more than not.
After you took the lead, especially in the third period, you held them to 2 shots.
Yeah.
It looked like, to me, your guys were really locked in.
Yeah.
Especially late in the second and the whole third period.
Yeah.
They had no room.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's been a long couple of weeks for them. They were in Anchorage last weekend, and they've been on the road the whole time. So I knew the last period would be the toughest for them. And there was going to probably be a push early in the third, and that energy, if we can, save that off a little bit and push back, we'd be fine. And I think we did a great job of that. I think the third period was maybe our best of the weekend. There was times where we really did a nice job in their zone. So I really feel it was important for us to not play the third like we were just hanging on. especially early in the first half of the year, we blew leads in the third. We had ties going in the third, and came away, especially at home, we came away with losses. So I really liked the way we finished the second half of that game, second period, and all of the third.
What did you want to get from the lineup changes in Europe and versus where he was at?
What did I want to get? Well, we wanted to get a better effort collectively. I think, Kevin, you know me. I'm a guy of opportunity, and when a guy like Merce has got a bunch of equity built up over his time here, so to take him out of the lineup would have been a little extreme. Would have been a lot extreme. I wanted him to be able to answer and play harder, and which he did. And then, why not Lincoln Held, Reichert, McEwen? I mean, those guys have worked hard in practice. I mean, so it was just trying to give guys opportunities and hold other guys accountable.